everybody, and welcome back to part 3 of I'm Back, It's a Book Haul. And as I've already said, if you watch my other videos, book people have had an amazing summer sale. They have some really good prices at the best of times, but some of the prices were exceptionally low and, you know, gone a bit mad, but hey ho, could do worse things in life than buy books. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please, and press the bell for notifications so that you don't miss any of the content that I'm going to be doing. If you like everything that I do here, then please come along and join in the fun and the chat. I'll be very grateful. Those small subscribers or small booktube channelers will be channelers. I try very hard to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can meet the new criteria for booktube and be monetized. So please press that button and keep this channel going. So without further ado, let's have a look at box 3. So first thing, I couldn't resist this. When we were down in London recently for my mum's memorial, I went to see our little granddaughter Lily Rose, and we were doing some colouring in, and she's 3.5, and we were colouring in dinosaurs, but also she's a big fan of Disney and princesses and everything, so I couldn't help but get her this activity book. So yeah, I'll be sending that down to her, and then this one for her as well. I couldn't resist this. Look at this. The Unicorn Expert. This is written by Sophie Johnson and Morag Hood, Ella Oxtad. Now I don't know who's the illustrator and who were the authors. This is by Simon and Schuster. It's gorgeous. I'll just show you inside. So I'm sure she'll really love that. So that'll be wending its way. My name is Sophie Johnson and I live with a unicorn. Oh right, I get it now. Sophie Johnson is the little girl. She's Sophie Johnson, the Unicorn Expert, and then the two authors are at the bottom. It's a bit misleading there. Look at that, it's gorgeous. So I can't wait to send her that because she loves books, and we always have a lovely read. Okay, next let's have a look. So we've got a few more middle grade in this stash, because I haven't come across any really yet. Well, I couldn't resist these. This is the P.K. Pinkerton Mysteries, the Private Eye, P.K. Pinkerton Private Eye. And I've not seen anything like for kids as a Western series for a long time. This is a series by Caroline Lawrence. She wrote the Roman Mysteries, and oh, I just couldn't resist these covers. And a good old Western. I'm hoping you can see that. Good old Western. When my sister and I, The Case of the Good-Looking Corpse. Crikey, how can you be a good-looking corpse when you're a corpse? Yeah, when my sister and I, there used to be Saturday afternoon films, and we used to love watching John Wayne Western films. They were so exciting. You don't see so much of them nowadays. It's all rooting, tooting, shooting and in space. The Case of the Pistol-Packing Widows. Crikey, that took some saying. Pistol-Packing Widows. Oh look, great. So I'm excited about those. Take me back to my childhood, please. Now, I'm excited about this one in particular, The Ones That Disappeared. This is by Zana Frelion. Now, if you've been with me a while, you will remember that I read The Bone Sparrow, which was also written by Zana Frelion. And it was about a young refugee boy. I can't remember if he was about 10. He was actually born in an Australian refugee camp, and it was a 5-star read for me. Very emotional, very tearful. Loved the writing style. So this is the next one, the one that I've seen that she's, well, I'm not sure if it is a she, sorry if it's not. It says, One Day I Will Be Free. So this is another one, and I'm sure I'm going to love it. This was brought out in 2017, and yeah, about the author. Zana is the author of several other books for young people, including The Bone Sparrow, which was shortlisted for the Guardian Children's Fiction Prize 2016 and the Carnegie Medal 2017, and won Book of the Year for older children at the Australian Book Awards Ceremony 2017. She lives in Victoria, Australia with her husband and 3 sons. So there, that answers that question. So sorry about that. Zana is definitely a girlie or a lady, and yeah, looking forward to that. Don't know much about it, but it's written by her and the other book was amazing. Now, this is a blast from the past. The Wolves of Willoughby Chase. I wanted to reread this. Can't remember when I actually originally read it. It is a middle grade, and yeah, looking forward to it. She looks, don't like the look at that person at the bottom. Bit scary, scary Mary. Let's have a look what else we've got here. Skyhawk by Jill Lewis. And it says, open your eyes, touches your heart, and is so engaging it also almost turns the pages for you. That was written by Michael Morpurgo, so obviously praise indeed. It says, Skyhawk is a book almost as incredible as the ospreys it is written about, with vivid descriptions that have made this book my new favourite. It is like Michael Morpurgo novel, containing brilliant characterisation as well as much more. I love how the osprey makes and breaks friendships. I couldn't ask for more in a book. That's by Arthur, aged 12. So, looking forward to that. That sounds gorgeous. Now, let's have a look what we've got here. Oh. Sticky label alert. Right, okay. Now, I've not seen these gorgeous editions of classics, and they're specially done. They are dyslexia friendly, and I was very interested to see what this was about, but also they've got stunning covers. And this one's The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. This is a classic that I've actually never read, and I thought, although there's nobody in our family that does have dyslexia, I was very interested to see how these books were printed differently to help. So I got the Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde, and also Of Mice and Men, which is one of my favourite classics, John Steinbeck. I've read it many times, but what a beautiful cover is this. Obviously, get these sticky labels off. Beautiful covers. They're gorgeous. Now, I'll just let you know what the information is, because I didn't know about this. People that are in publishing, printing, that sort of thing will probably already know this. But it says, what makes this book super readable? It said, every element of this book's design is intended to be inclusive of more readers and their needs. The book is printed in 2 colours, black for the text and pale yellow Pantone. So the Pantone are the Pantone colours, and so you can see that it is a lovely pale yellow colour. Obviously this must make a difference. For the page background, the yellow Pantone. This reduces the contrast between text and paper to help relieve the effects of visual stress. So I mean, if we read a lot of books, I don't think it's a bad thing, you know, helping our eyes anyway. For readers who perceive blur or movement on the page, this may help keep the text still and clear. The paper stock used in the book is deliberately heavy in order to hide the ghost of the words on the other side of the page. This can help readers who struggle to perceive words clearly. The book uses a typeface that has been specially designed to be easier to read. Each letter has a unique shape. This is not true of all typefaces, where many letters are mirrors of other letters, or certain letter combinations mimic other single letters. The book also uses a generous point size and spacing to help more readers see the text more clearly. Well, I think that's an amazing idea. It's about time that people that do have problems can enjoy books and read them as easy as possible. And I think that's an amazing. I shall carry on collecting this series because I think they're They're a lovely addition to your library, and they're by barringtonstoke.co.uk. So well done to them for doing something a bit out of the ordinary to help people that do have reading difficulties. It's not necessarily just dyslexia. People may be having visual problems. I've certainly lost a lot of my peripheral vision due to glaucoma, and so I think it's marvellous that they're now starting to recognise that books need to come out in much more friendly formats. So if you've got anybody in your family, look into those. I think it's an amazing idea. I've learnt something new there. I didn't know all that does help people that have visual problems, and fantastic covers to boot. So they're the only two that I've seen at the moment, so watch this space. I just want them for the covers. Great idea there. Then I saw this set because in the blurb it was recommended. This author is recommended by Carrie Spray, and I'm sure it was Carrie Spray, and our very own Jen Campbell, who has a booktube channel but also is an author of poems, children's stories now, and I believe she's writing a first full-size novel as we speak. And apparently Cassandra Parkin is a well-loved author by Jen, so you know that's nice to know. So I don't know what genre they are adult fiction, but I'm not sure what, you know, whether they're crime fiction or... Oh right, Cassandra Parkin grew up in Hull and now lives in East Yorkshire. Oh wow. Oh well, that's it now then, that's it. We've got somebody in Whitby one way and we've got another author the other way in Hull. So yeah, indeed, they've got fabulous covers. Not really sure what they're about. There's a bit about witches and whether there's a bit of magical realism in there, that sort of thing. Fairy tale-esque, because I know Jen is very much an expert on fairy tales and the history of fairy tales, so we'll see. But gorgeous covers. I'm on about covers again, I'm sorry, but you know, little things like that really make me excited. So, Lily's House. The Beach Hut. Look at that one. Oh, and this is just gorgeous. The Summer We All Ran Away. Look at that. It's like tree with musical notes in. Yeah, and this is even, Catherine Webb's even put a quote on there, so can't wait to get, yeah, look more into this lady, Cassandra Parkin. It may well be that she can come to our local library and do a talk or whatever, so that would be nice. Okay, so next we've got a YA. Keep hearing about this one. Very much keep hearing a lot about Jenny Han. Or Jenny Han, whichever way they like to pronounce it. And this is The Summer I Turned Pretty. One girl, two boys, and the summer that changed everything. So I keep hearing a lot about this. I think I may well have heard about this from Books of Lala, from Kaylee, who's, if you watched my post about my new project, I'm going to be reading her five-star, sorry, I'm shaking it like this, 5-star books reads from 2017, and I'm sure she's read, she's spoken about Jenny Han. I might be mistaken, but hey. Just a few more here. So we've got Emile and the Detectives by Eric Kastner, or Karshner. Maurice Sendak, I remember this. I remember this from when I was kid, so goodness me, it must be old. Oh, when did it first come out? Oh, 1931, oh no. No, not that old. 59, the new translation in 1959, okay. So I think it was originally written in German, and then 1959 it was translated, and then this edition came out in 2001. So yeah, I remember that. I don't know if I can't remember if I read it or not, but I think there was a series on the television. The next one, Clay by David Almond. Now, I've read quite a few David Almond books. Really like his writing. He's won quite a few awards. I think Skellig was his debut novel, and grew up in the northeast around the River Tyne, and like the look of this, there's a stranger in town, Stephen Rose. There are so many tales and rumours about him. One thing's for certain, there's magic in the weird creatures he makes with clay. Should Davy and Geordie keep away, or could Stephen be an ally in their bitter struggle against monstrous Mouldy and his gang? Yeah, I still love my middle grades. I mean, some of these I might, if I don't read them, they'll be great for middle grade May next year. Witch Child by Celia Rees. And this says an absorbing and suspenseful story, says the Sunday Times. Again, another shortlist for the Guardian Children's Prize. Pages from a journal are loosely sewn into a quilt that lies undisturbed for more than 300 years, until it is carefully taken apart for cleaning, and out of its folds falls a powerful and moving story. The story of Mary, granddaughter of a witch. Ooh, yeah. So, obviously, historical. Exciting. I'm going to be here for a few years reading these few boxes. The Grimm Legacy, Polly Schumann. Nice title, nice cover. Bit spooky. Bit of a funny looking doll there. And there. I'll be alright looking at this now. When I was a kid, I'd have to perhaps cover that bit up. Elizabeth's new after-school job is very unusual. The building where she works might not look very interesting, but behind this ordinary Manhattan facade lurks a very special place indeed. Because here you can borrow anything your heart desires. The Grimm collection. Looking forward to that one. And then finally, I can't believe just how many books that I've managed to get for such a fantastic price. This one, oh, it's all dropped to bits now. It's always on the page that you go. Can't see them on there. It's probably the bit I've ripped up. But it was very good. Now, these are Abby Elphinstone. And I absolutely love her books. Her middle grade books. And this is me as an adult, you know. There are some middle grade that you can read and say, yeah, they're fantastic for children. You can imagine that age group enjoying them. But there are certain middle grade books that are still very magical and very engaging and thought-provoking for adults to read. And that's why I still love getting them. So, we've got, again, beautiful covers. So, all by Abby Elphinstone. The Dream Snatcher. The Shadow Keeper. And The Night Spinner. Lovely. And even on their spines, you know, beautiful spines that go on your bookcase. So there we are, lovelies. That's 3 boxes worth of goodies to share with you. Yes, I've gone a little bit mad, but you know, they've been on offer, and you know, books give people a lot of pleasure, and I've enjoyed doing this trio of book hauls for you since I've come back from my little bit of a break. So I'll see you again next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.